is in the building.
The Bronx is in the building. For real though, on a real note, thank you guys for coming out. Like, I appreciate coming out. I know I seen you, like, I just be seeing you everywhere now, which is crazy because I didn't, like, I knew of you, but I didn't. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Mel, for the intro and the connection.
Yes. All right. First of all, for people who don't know, right? Let's tell them a little bit about who you are, like what y'all do, like what's going on. I know Bronx Girls skate, so like tell us a little bit about you as a person and how that started and all that.
Well,
y'all both gonna need to talk, so
yeah.
Hello.
We'll
pass that off.
Good mic. Let me fix that for you.
Thank you, boo. Well, thank you for having us. Bronx Girls Skates in the house. My name is Kava.
My name is Mel.
Yeah. We already know the vibes. Two sides of the same coin.
Yes.
Two sides of the whole heart. You already know the vibes. Yeah, I guess we just, let y'all know, tell you guys our story of how we met and how this whole thing came to be.
Wait, hold on. Before you even get into your life story, what's it like living in the Bronx?
I feel like not a lot of people really know anything about the Bronx. Like,
isn't it just a big wasteland of niggas doing drills?
No, it's not really that.
Wow.
I feel like that's when we're kind of underestimated because the Bronx is actually a beautiful place. No cap.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
You ever seen Shy K?
And what?
Shy K or any of the drill rappers? K Flock, any of them? You never seen them?
No, never.
Not once. You listen to them?
No.
You don't listen to them?
No.
So what you listen to?
I don't know. I listen to everything, but not them.
No drill rap? Y'all don't listen to no drill rap?
Yeah, sometimes, but not all the time.
Nah, she don't listen to no drill rap.
No. He looked at me in disgrace.
Yeah.
He's like, what?
Because the Bronx, like, they got it right now. That's not cool. Like,
it's not that it's not cool. It's
even
just
in skating, like, y'all be killing niggas and skating.
Wow. What borough are you from, my friend?
I'm from here. I'm from Far Out.
Maybe that's why.
Oh, really? Oh, we got beef, bro. Please. Nah, I mean, it's funny because, growing up in the Bronx, like, I grew up in Highbridge by Yankee Stadium and then spent some time out in Port Morris, /154
Isn't that where A Boogie from?
Am
I bugging? A Boogie's from Highbridge, right?
You know what's so funny is like you're dropping all these names and I'm like, I'm a Bronx person and I be feeling like I don't even want to say that sometimes because I don't know all these drill rappers.
I do listen to
A Boogie is not a drill. A Boogie is a hoodie?
No.
I know who that is. But
yeah,
I know he's not a drill rapper, but I'm saying whether it's a drill rapper, all these different celebrities that people be name dropping from the Bronx, besides Cardi's or other folks, I feel
Bronx
like
got it right now.
I know, but
I feel like in all
I just be
aspects.
minding my business.
Nah, I do definitely do listen to that when I skate sometimes, but I don't feel like I'll be shooting people.
No.
Yeah, maybe it's more of a guy thing. I swear, if we interview like a guy, he'd probably be saying, other people. Yeah, because it's the drill stuff is like low key. Anybody who's not from New York, if you talk about the Bronx, they think about that right now.
Really? That's awful.
Yeah, like nothing else. It's just that because literally any rapper from the Bronx could pick up a mic and talk about drill shit and they look at it like Chicago right now. Is it Chicago out there? Mini Chicago right now?
Well, there are many different New Yorks, and I would argue that there's many different versions of the Bronx. Like, to be honest, my Bronx involves community gardens and foraging and listening, going to punk shows and I don't know, giving back to the community. I don't know, I have a really particular experience living in the Bronx, and sometimes I'll be feeling disconnected from the Bronx that everyone else knows in the media.
Yeah, it's just a perspective people think of, but it's not true.
I also seen a nigga.
Wait, hold on. Y'all didn't even introduce yourself, bro. The person don't even know who we talking to yet.
Yeah, but I had to. Fuck it, go.
It's like we talking about
introductions,
and then you carry on. Wow.
Hi. Well, Bronx Girls skate. It's hard to say that it started in 2020, even though that's technically when we founded the collective. Mel and I, both have been involved in the community. I was traveling the world and studying women's skateboarding in places like India and South Africa. Mel's been holding it down here in the Bronx and had this really strong connection with the borough. And when this idea kind of came to my mind, I was like, I know I can't do this alone, but I know exactly who I want to build this with. And that's what I hit her up.
Yeah, it was unexpected because I don't know if you know Hefty Crew. He would kind of tell me, oh, you have this platform. Why don't you just start something and I think you should start soon because I feel like you can actually like do something with the Bronx. And when Kava came up to me, I was just like, oh, that's crazy.
I was just talking about
that. And then I was just like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm down. This is gonna be a start to something beautiful.
What is it though?
Bronx Girls Skate. I mean, it's a skate group. It's a collective. It's an initiative to celebrate and grow women's skateboarding in the Bronx and beyond. That's like the tagline type of concept. Like a lot of what we do has been events, just like skate jams.
I'm trying to give back to like girls that don't have skateboards. I recently gave someone in DR a skateboard, and it like kind of changed like my whole perspective in life.
Yeah, they tagged us. Did you see their skate clip that they tagged us in?
No, I didn't.
Their editing skills are fire. I'm like, let me find out this little girl going places.
Well, you gave a board to somebody in DR?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
How did that happen?
So one day I was walking at, like, I thrift aside a lot, and then some lady came up to me. She was like, oh, my daughter's always talking about skateboarding, and I'm, like, trying to find her a board, but I brought her a penny board, and she was like, no, that's not a skateboard. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to come back. I got you. I'm going to give her a board that we have. And then I started telling her about, like, Bronx Girls skating. She started going crazy, and then she was like, oh, when she receives her board, I'm going to take a picture and send it to you. And she sent it to me, and I was like, oh, this is so nice. Yeah.
Now you mentioned that that you already had something going on here in the Bronx before Kava reached out to you. Like, what you got going on?
Love, like, people would come up to me and be like, oh, you're H0ly Mel, and I used to be like, yeah, and then they used to go crazy, but it's mostly about, like, my social media platform that I built myself.
Nah, that was crazy because I remember that we was by like Seaport or something like that, and this girl ran up to you was like, "Oh my God, you're H0ly Mel." I was like that.
Yeah, I get that a lot too. It's nerve-wracking.
How does that feel? You like that? Or?
I don't like that. I get nervous. I get anxiety. I don't know. I don't really like to be known. I just want to like give back and stuff. I love giving back.
But you don't want to be known.
It's not that. It's just like I feel like once you're known, I feel like it gets to your head. Not like certain people, not me. It's just I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it.
Where you plan to take it though? Like, what do you plan to take everything you're already doing? You just going with the flow, vibing?
Yeah,
or
just
you actually
vibing.
trying to
Wherever it takes me, you know. I'm never gonna be that person that's gonna be like, oh, like rubbing it in people's faces. I don't want to be that person. Or like ever change. I don't want to be Hollywood.
Honestly, that's one of the things I like when I was thinking about this idea, and I'm like, because I was part of, we're not the first girls to skateboard in the Bronx, right? Like, there have been other collectives, whether they be Brew House or Good Hearted Goons or Hefty, like, in some way, shape, or form, trying to get girls involved in skateboarding. But I think, like, I don't know, sometimes it can be hard, like when you want to start something, but then you want to move from a place of humility, and like you want to stay humble. You want to make sure that like it doesn't become a cult of personality, which is something that happens a lot in skateboarding across genders, where it's like this person can do the wackest stuff, but because he can flip down X amount of stairs, like we're just gonna grovel and like not think about all the other fuck shit that's going on, And I feel like even as women, like there's all the gendered stereotypes, like people drama or cattiness and stuff, and like building community with each other can sometimes feel a little intimidating.
Can you turn the light towards us?
But I really fucked with the fact that like you stay humble, because like let me wait. Oops.
Yeah, turn it.
Sorry to.
You can always edit it. Yeah.
It's just he's supposed to be the like control of that.
But yeah, I mean, something I really admire about you, Mel, is like that you lead from this place of humility. Like you didn't come into this like, oh, like we want to be famous or we want to be known. Like, and if people know us, it's for the work that we do to like help other people believe in themselves and feel like they have a place and they have the right to take up space in skate parks.
I don't want to be that person. I just want to be your friend. Like, oh, that's my friend. I don't want it to be like, oh my God, that's H0ly Mel. I don't want it. I want it to be.
You say you want to be the person that's your friend?
Yeah, I want to be a friend. I don't want to be like someone like
inaccessible, like up here.
Yeah, I don't want to be up here. I want to be in the same level as you.
But people only know you for the work that you do, right? So that's like that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I just gotta I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know that we came into this expecting it to get as big as it did so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we hosted the first event at 157 in was it October 2020, something like that. Mm-hmm. Like over 100 people pulled up. Like we had music,
wow.
we were grilling and chilling. Everybody ate. Like no matter your gender, like there's food. Like y'all in the park, y'all gonna everybody gonna eat. Like that was the energy and giving out product and just like having a good time. And we just didn't expect there to be like over 100 people. And we've never, I don't think to this day have seen that many women and girls and not dudes at 157. I was like, we were actually kind of scared. I was like, oh my god, like we don't know how to manage this type of crowd. Like, what if something pops off? What if someone gets hurt?
Because it's the Bronx, and you know how they get gritty out there.
I mean, also skateboarding is kind of an extreme sport, and you know what I mean, like falling on, it's crazy, and a lot of like the work that we're doing is also like girls haven't always seen themselves in the Bronx, even though some of these initiatives has existed in the past. I do feel like we've built on that momentum to create something that has more visibility, and it's not just for the women but it's like the borough. I feel like people in the Bronx being like, oh shit, like this is our shit.
Yeah.
You know, that's been pretty lit. Seeing a lot of girls, you know.
Yeah. How long you been skateboarding?
3 years.
3 years?
Yes.
Okay. How long you been skateboarding?
You picked up a skateboard 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Beast.
What about you?
I've been skating probably for like more like 6, but
I don't. 6.
Okay.
I've had my moments with skateboarding.
No, that's I didn't know it was only 3 years. I thought you were skating for like way longer. So wait, you started it. You say you started thing in the Bronx Girls in 2020. I mean, you started skating the year before that.
I guess it's like
2019.
It has to be
like 4 years. Yeah.
2018.
Yeah, so it was pretty recent. Everything. It's crazy.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I used to be a Taekwondo teacher. I used to teach kids.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I had my own school.
You was doing Taekwondo.
Mm-hmm. My dad opened up a school in the Bronx, and I used to teach them.
You ever had to beat anybody up at the skate park?
No. People just think I'm mean because I have a serious. I used to fight, like compete and stuff like that.
No, I mean like just in the streets.
Oh no, never. I try not to be that person.
Yeah, here go another one from these Bronx girls.
Yeah. No, yeah. On some Bronx shit, beating girls up.
No, hell no.
I can't. People think I can fight from the Bronx.
No, people think I'm mean because I have a serious face. Yeah, it's just me. I grew up in a very strict like environment, and then like everyone was so serious with me, so I'm just like, oh, I'm not mean. I'm just serious.
I feel that.
Yeah.
So when you started Bronx Girls Skate, how long you been skating before that?
Like 2 years, probably.
Oh, 2 years?
Yeah.
Dang.
Like high key, the scene for women in the Bronx is really young. Like I don't think people realize like when they see us in the parks, like oh, like she could barely ollie, or it's like why is she getting this opportunity? I can do so much more, and it's like something I think like I would want men to understand more is like part of our socialization isn't just like part of our no hater shit. Like just we are socialized differently, and like one of the ways that shows up is in our bodily awareness and our ability to like take up space. Because if everyone around you is like babying you, like no, like let me give you this play set. Like meanwhile the boys can climb trees and throw themselves around. Like they become confident and comfortable with their spatial awareness. They can fall and get back up and trust that they're able to do so on their own. But I feel like from the time where, even to us, like we're independent women now, but doing this, I don't know about you, but for me, it's definitely given me a lot more confidence and courage in my femininity and finding strength in that. And that helps to like break down and unlearn a lot of the toxic shit I learned.
Trying to take, like, I know you guys thrown like exclusive events like only for women. How do you guys, because I went to one of those exclusive for women events, right? And I kind of got shunned because it was like an exclusively for women event. Like, how do y'all feel?
Which one did you go to? Was it one of ours?
No, it wasn't child. It was another one I just showed up at. But like it was because I was skating while the girls were skating, and they was like, oh yeah, no guys, get out of here, type of thing. But
oh no.
How do you guys feel about?
Did you feel hurt?
I did feel it. No, it's alright because like like. That was their space, so like that was like that time for their event and stuff like that. So like you guys do like only like women only events or?
We try to do that and try to make it as the guys to participate as well, right?
Yeah, I would say like, yeah, and here's the thing where it's like it's easy. We're like stereotypes or like this discomfort. Like,
Yeah.
look, like people, we're all different. Like, not every nigga's the same, not every woman's the same, and like. I think one challenge that I think we've experienced, especially because it's Bronx Girls skate, it's not just about women skating, it's also about the Bronx, right? And like it's site specific, and there's a different culture there than the skate scene in Brooklyn, which I think is more driven by like conversations around like identity and like trying to use skateboarding as a way to help empower people along that lines, right? But I feel like, you know, for us, it's like we grew up skating with the guys, and we're not in like. The Bronx skate scene is so small as it is. It's like, what do we look like kicking people out of their home?
Yeah, we would.
Right? And so, like, for example, and this is definitely, like, thank Mel for this, because from our very first event, we had a cookout, right? And she was like, yo, can we make sure we have enough food so that the guys can eat too? Because they're going to be in the park. And it's like, yeah, don't skate while the girls are skating, because it's one day for 4 hours out of this entire year. We just want to have a space for the girls, but we don't want you guys to feel like you kicked out or you can't participate. And like where the guys were helping was like, oh, some guys were like snaking people. They would take them to the side, like, yo, and like wait half an hour or something like that. Because people, it's not just about the gender stuff too. It's like nobody be skating. A lot of people don't be skating 1-5, only the locals. And so when they see a bunch of people they've never seen before taking over their park, and then they feel like, yo, am I not allowed in my own space? Like, I'm gonna let them know this is my shit. And that's where the guys come in, like, hey, like, this isn't like we're not me loving myself does not mean I hate you. Like, I can love me without hating you.
We also throw them some products, so
product,
helping
food
and stuff.
Wait, so how do you feel about like
But some people, sorry. The other half of the statement was, I know different people organize their spaces differently. So for some people, the way that they feel that they can take up space in the park is by only allowing people of a certain thing for the entire time that they're there. And like, I know that doesn't always, for some people, they're like you just said, oh, like that kind of makes sense. Like, I can understand, but it made me feel like, how do I provide support when there's like, how do I even like, is there an opportunity to learn or to?
True. But you see why it does make sense though, because
it can be
it's
challenging.
Like, yeah, because like
I don't think we do.
It gotta be talked about a little, cause like I get it cause like niggas be savage. Like, imagine they do that product toss, and then these niggas 6 foot.
Oh no, we try not to give.
We had actually an incident where at our event at VC last July, like we were giving out product, and we wanted to make sure everyone felt included, even though we were centering women in the space. It was like everyone's welcome, and we want guys to like learn how to share the space too. But then they were at the product toss, and you have like 5 feet tall people getting knocked out by 6 foot tall niggas who got sponsorships.
Yeah.
And it's like, we decided to not let, that's the one thing where we're like, guys, we don't want men, like, dudes in the product toss. We want to prioritize the product for the women. Like, we literally get smaller sizes usually. Like, the product, the actual material has got to go to this community. But the space, we can center women without kicking the guys out. That's kind of how we've been managing it, and it's worked. Yeah. But it's been challenging in other moments for sure.
Okay. No, I feel that. So where do you see, like, I guess, Bronx Girls skate going? Like, I know you guys are like doing events and like very community centered right now, but like, where's it headed to, or like what's your goal with it, or have you already reached your goal?
No, we haven't.
We have not.
We still have a lot to do. We want to like sponsor girls. We want to. Yeah,
we're building a team.
You're building.
Yeah,
it's
gonna be real.
A team. That'll be fire though. Like video parts and like like stuff coming from.
We want to be able to help the people that can't get to the product as well.
Okay.
Well, I feel like unintentionally you're making
like a brand logo.
You're making something.
We don't want to be a brand though.
It's like in this like merch. If at most, if only to like have like crew energy and like have drops or whatever that like help to support our work. But like this is a community organization. It's not a brand.
I feel like it will inspire it will inspire competition, which will make like more girls doing it. Like if you start filming and shit, other girls in fucking Queens or Brooklyn be like, nigga, I could do that too.
Queens Girls, I would love to see a Queens Girls skate or like see more boroughs.
Yeah, I've never really seen Queens Girls skate.
Me neither. Not gonna hold you.
Queens Girls don't. I mean,
you know,
I know a couple
girls
from Queens who skate.
Oh, you do?
It's because in the Bronx, y'all more thuggy with it. That's why, like.
Now, have you ever seen Bronx people pull up to a function, to like an event?
An event?
To go?
I know. Y'all always pull up deep. Yo, I had a one person in the chat like, yeah, we skated LDS today. Like y'all show up with it was like 12 heads pull up to the park. Like, dang, bro.
Well, it's 'cause they
nobody got clips.
Nah, yeah, we squad deep though.
The Bronx borough is already bigger than everything.
All them niggas, no filming, no footy.
Nah, we just all family. We gotta pull up with the game.
Yeah, y'all pull up.
I be squatting with my when I'm with my homegirls. Like we could be going to the beach. We be like, yo, let's bring some brews. Let's like go shred. Let's go surf. Like then let's get the function. Like I don't know where we be finding this energy, but like we be real, whether it's with the Bronx or just like gang. It's like damn, it's a good time. But to get back to your question, something I really like in like the dream world, and like I would love to make like a physical indoor skate facility that's also a skate shop and community center in the Bronx. Like we don't have we threw an International Women's Day event this year on March 8th. And like it was cold and it's spring, right? But we decided to host it at Vans 198. Because there's, besides that and Sub and other privatized spaces, like there really aren't big indoor facilities. And like
it's only one, Substance and Vans, but Vans is open.
But it would be amazing to have an actual physical space. And like another thing that we were exploring, you know, like different brands and like exploring opportunities for like give backs, you know, and like what if we could like, I mean, Mel is teaching at like her kids at a school, tackling that younger generation.
To like 5 public schools now.
Yeah, I seen you teaching kids on your gram.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I've actually seen some of my old teachers in one of the public schools we've been to. It's been weird, but it's nice because they like gas me. I'm like, no.
I used to be an elementary school science teacher, and like I would be at the laundromat because I used to live by 149th, like by 52 playground on 149th on the 6th. And I would be doing my laundry, would be at Popeyes and like with my board and like run into my students or their parents and be like, oh, Miss B, like Miss Vasquez.
Oh my God,
I forgot
you were a teacher.
Yeah, I had kids start skating, so it's like the young generation. But then also something I really want to work on, like I see that, like, you know, we have some of the girls in our crew who, like, one of them is in Australia right now because she's studying veterinary science and is, like, at an animal sanctuary doing amazing work. And it's, like, I would love if we could get to a place where we had, like, the funding streams to actually create, like, scholarships to promote the skaters in our community to pursue their higher education. Like, that would be fire. And that's actually something I'm working on low-key at Harold Hunter Foundation. Like, building out this creative careers program. And Mel joined us as a filmer. Like, there's, like, also getting more of us in, like, these institutional spaces and getting us seats at this table so we can have conversations and help shape the future of skateboarding, especially the parts of it that directly affect women and girls is our ability to participate and grow in the sport.
No, that does make sense. Because